This is a very quick demo of Siteglide Studio. We're currently on the home page, but this applies to any page. Simply click into a section and then you can edit the content on the right hand side. These are simple fields, whether they're text or images or something else. You simply edit the text. So what Studio is doing is separating content from code. You're never breaking the layout, you're never touching the code. A lot of no-code editors still end up editing the code when you're interacting with it, whereas this, you're not touching the code at all. That's extremely valuable for developers to know that their code isn't being broken. It's extremely important for Google and performance and optimization to know that there's no verbose code being added. But most importantly, for the people editing the site, you get a robust experience. The number one reason why people don't edit pages or don't edit content in content management systems is fear of breaking it. And with this, you simply edit the content, not the code. If we scroll down, there's different types of content that we can have a look at. So looking at this one here, this is a list of features. Now again, you have a couple of standard fields, but you also have this list here. And what that does is filters through the different items in the list. So when you click one, it takes you directly to that item, and you can change this here and it will just update the items in the list. You can remove items, so if we don't want that item, you can remove that, and it manages the list automatically as per the layout, and the developer has full control over how this layout is set up. What you can also do is swap this static content out, these static list items, out for dynamic content. Let's go and have a look at the mapping feature. To edit the mapping, you just click this button in the top right, and then you pick your data source that you want to use for this content. So for this, we will use FAQs. So what that's going to do is automatically pull out items from that data source. This happens to be a module, a Siteglide module called FAQs. And you can control how to bring them out. You can limit which items to bring out, for example. You can control the sort type and the order, and you can also control the content. So if we say question and answer would be the most obvious things to bring out. Name is the same as question in the database, but we're now pulling out those items. And then actually, if you click off the mapping, an editor can then come in and manage these items. So simply just coming into here, editing, and that will save the item to the database. This is dynamic content, so wherever it's used, it would update. So from a developer's perspective, we're going to look at how to edit this layout. If we click the pencil, it then loads up either the code view or the chat AI view, depending on which toggle you have selected. So I have the developer mode selected there, and then when you deselect it, you see the chat mode. And you can just ask it questions and essentially vibe code to edit your layout and make any updates. If you go to the code section, that's going to show you the structure, and this is what we mean about the developer having total control over the layout and just defining what the customer or the editors edit. So here, these tags, they define the editable content. They are fields and they are lists, as we've just looked at, and all editors are doing is putting content in fields. They're not touching the layout at all. So developers have full control over what each layout does. You can use the chat feature as well, or you can just code it out manually. Finally, we're going to go and look at the themes area, so where you would manage your themes. If we just click Studio Themes, you'll see here that it's showing a page as an example. We can pick the home page if we want to see what that looks like. And you'd then be able to customize things like colors and fonts and any tags and scripts that you want to add in, any custom CSS and any tailwind variables as well. So in this example, if we want to change the primary color and we want to make it bluey green, that would then update throughout the site wherever that's in use. And then obviously same with secondary color and fonts as well. Finally, we'll have a look at templates and how they're managed. So again, if we go back to a page, go to the About page as an example, you'll see here are blue sections that show you that there are sections within the page. You've also got the green area which shows it's a template. So you just click the template and it'll take you away to manage the actual template itself. Now templates are where You'd typically have the header and the footer that you don't want to have duplicated every time per page, and then the pages sit within that. So in this example, we're able to update the menu items just simply by clicking through and editing the name and URL. We're able to update the logo and any links, and same with the footer. We're able to update things like the menu down here and the content. So that's a very quick tour of Siteglide Studio. The best way to test it out is to sign up for Siteglide if you don't have an account. You can do that from our website. Then go to Marketplace, go to Template, and use the Studio Photography template. So if you create a site from this template, you'll get everything that we've just been looking at, and it's the best way to play around and test it out. Thank you.